Hi submarine friends. So I assembled this whole motor drive assembly and I put oil in it. And when I was doing that, I was nervous that it was going to leak because this motor was designed by me, the whole assembly, in my design. I simply planned on this dropping over this and then a gasket here with some silicone. Should work just fine. But I hate gaskets. And I hate silicone. Anytime you want to remove the motor, you got to get rid of the silicone, the gasket, scrape it, clean it, blah, blah, blah. I hate it. Plus, I may be changing motors often to get the ultimate combination between pump and motor and propeller. So what I did, I made this adapter piece. So this is simply a steel plate, and I machined an O-ring groove. So it takes that O-ring, and then this piece here slides over the motor, booms. It seals to the motor now with an O-ring. Then on this side, I did the same thing. I machined an O-ring groove. I made an O-ring because I didn't have one the right size, which is super easy. And now this drops on here and it's all O-ring sealed. Now I was able to do that because the shaft length on the motor is sufficiently long that it still grabs this shaft properly with the Woodruff key. So now I'm quite happy with it because, like I said, I hate gaskets and silicone. So before I made all this, I made this part. So what this does, so this guy here attaches to the back of the submarine, propeller goes here. So I made this piece that goes over top, and then this piece that goes underneath, and these two pieces bolt together. Right? Now that's what holds it to the submarine, but it's kind of ugly, so I have a great way of hiding the fact that this is ugly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of 1/8 plate and I'm going to go from here out to the guard for the propeller. So it'll look like a little wing in there, but it'll provide some rigidity for the motor. It'll look like I did this for a reason when really it's just aesthetics. And it also gives me a little propeller guard. So yes, I'm just trying to make it look better. Doesn't have to be there, but I'd rather it looks good. Why not? So that's where we're at now. Now I can continue with mounting this assembly now that I'm happy with this O-ring sealing system. So, you know, sometimes you have to move forward, step back to continue moving forward. It's worth it. I want to be happy with it, and I don't want to be worrying about this leaking because that's just a pain. Also, what's really nice about this, I'm building it in such a manner that I can remove this while it's in the water. So let's say I've got this thing launched in a lake and there's something wrong with this drive. I'm going to have sufficient hose stored inside the ballast tank. So when I remove this, I could just pull it out, and the hoses are long enough that I can take this and put it in my inflatable boat, and I can work on this, do whatever I need to do, maybe swap the motor, whatever. I don't know what I would have to do, but it's always nice to be able to make a repair without pulling it out of the lake. That's pretty important, actually. Not that I should ever have to, it's just nice to know that I can. So that's where it's at. Ciao.